Hi, my name is Vivi. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I wanted to share some of my DIY crystal infusions. And it's basically like little projects I've done that incorporate crystals and infuse the energy of those crystals into the products. And this is kind of a VR to Rochelle from Amethyst Ascension. I had requested that she share all of her crystal collection with us, and she delivered, and it was amazing. And in one part of the video, she shared some of her jewelry where she incorporates crystals and beading, intricate beading. It's so beautiful. I'm going to link the video below. Thank you, Rochelle, for sharing your collection. It was awesome. It was like ASMR for me. So I'm not sharing my crystal collection in this video. You can actually see one right here in the corner. That's a golden fluorite. I think that's the only crystal that's going to make an appearance, except for the ones I'm showing you that are infused. All right, so there's two different things that I'm gonna talk about. Maybe more, I don't know. But one of them is this roller, crystal roller, and the other one is this lip balm. So I'm going to start with this one because this is the project that kind of got me started on putting crystals into things. So this is for the throat chakra. I call it truth balm actually because the throat chakra is about speaking your truth. It's called Vivi's Truth Balm. I don't sell them or anything. This is just like my personal thing. I just like calling it Vivi's Truth Balm because it's like my truth. Yeah. And it has a lapis lazuli in it. As you can see, I've used most of it, and this little crystal actually fell out, and I put it back in because I wanted to keep using it in a magical way. So I found the recipe for this lip balm online because I was looking for a vegan recipe. I have a friend who's vegan, and I was inspired to make lip balm because I wanted to get her cosmetic gifts that I could, that were small, that I could ship to her when I was living far away. And she's vegan, and everything that I was finding was kind of pricey, and I was like, for that price, I could make it myself and make it like with intention. So that's how this got started. I'll link the recipe that I found if I could find it again. But it's really basic. Okay, so the ingredients are half candelilla wax and half organic coconut oil, unrefined. And you take, here's the candelilla wax. Unfortunately, it comes in this plastic, but it has to be delivered one way or the other. This is premium quality vegan grade. You pour half of these chips into a container that's microwavable, and then half of the coconut oil. And when you microwave it, you have to keep close watch on it as you're microwaving. I'm not an expert, by the way. This is just how I did it. I think some people do it over the stove, but I don't know. So I microwaved it, and then I think maybe it took like, it might have been as quick as like 10 seconds. Oh, do it in 10-second increments and then stir throughout. And then I added the essential oil. I use lavender in everything. Lavender is my favorite scent. This lavender essential oil by the brand Viva Naturals, 100% pure, therapeutic grade, sourced from France. I think if I do it again in the future, honestly, I got this because it has basically my name on it. But if I do it in the future, I think I'm going to get something that's locally sourced because I'm more aware of that now. Okay, so I put that in to my desired scent level, and then I poured it into these. I have a whole box of these. I wanted to get metal, aluminum, because it's better for recycling later or reusing. And after I poured it in, I carefully placed the heart inside. And it's, like I said, the lapis lazuli heart. I don't know if I said that, but it's lapis lazuli, which is what I associate with the throat chakra. And how I use it, oh, then you wait for it to solidify. I would say the consistency, it's hard in the winter, and in Los Angeles, it hasn't been too difficult to use, but I had made it while I was in Chicago during the winter. I definitely had to do this a couple times, which works into how I use it. I kind of activate it, circling clockwise, and softening it if it's hard. And I say the intention, I speak my truth with confidence, clarity, and love. I speak my truth with confidence, clarity, and love. The third time, I speak my truth with confidence, clarity, and love. I say it 3 times. You can say it however many times you want, or have your own intention when you make yours. And then I place it on my mouth. I do it before every video. And I think since I started making videos, it was very synchronous with when the crystal fell out, because I've been speaking my truth a lot and not hiding my magical, mystical side from the world. Oh my gosh, something magical happened yesterday too. So I have a thing about my voice, and I don't sing really, but my partner, he is a singer, and he's always singing and performing and playing guitar in the house. And sometimes I'll sing with him. Like, you just can't help it, especially like in the evening and we're winding down. It's like being around the proverbial campfire, and we're just, I don't know, it's just relaxing. And I started singing with him yesterday, and this is such a fun story to tell right when I'm talking about the throat chakra. How funny that it happened last night. I was singing with him, and I could feel my voice opening up because it's like really constricted from years of keeping it shut. And I could, like, you know how the voice, or I don't know, it's like a muscle, and you get better at singing the more you do it. And I was noticing that my voice was getting more melodic. And my mom came through the living room to go to her bed, and she complimented my singing, and then she went off to bed, and I just like felt suddenly defensive. And then I was like, it was like my inner child was, she's my mom, and so like that part of me that was scared of people hearing my voice was immediately, it felt seen all of a sudden. And then it, like, I had this awareness that it's okay that I'm singing right now. And then she went into her room, and I just started crying. Like, just with a sudden awareness about all this stuff that I had been holding back, and then seeing her, this person who was a part of my life when I had been holding it back, her seeing my transformation, and just casually complimenting me. Yeah, I cried like a baby. And yeah, it was a sweet moment of realization that it's okay to sing. Okay, so this is a crystal ball roller. It has a little crystal on the tip here. I don't know if you could tell. And you've probably seen these if you've been on Etsy for more than 5 seconds. And you just roll it on. Or I don't know if you're supposed to rub or dab. Like, you know, perfume. With perfume, you're not supposed to rub it because it messes with the chemistry. But this only has 1 note. And if you haven't guessed it already, it's lavender. So how did I make this? First off, this was a gift to me, just the crystals and the baller, not the oils in it. This was a gift. You can get it somewhere on the internet. My friend Diana gave it to me. She dropped it off. It was so sweet. And this one has fluorite in it. Speaking of fluorite, which I have here, I have fluorite on my desk because I use it to focus on my writing. And that one's the fluorite on my desk. This one is set with the very specific intention for the Tarot Animal Oracle project, which is a collab I'm doing with Diletta De Santis. So something about this, the golden part gives me a layer of working in harmony with her, and also empowerment, solar plexus, and finding my power through my writing, which I can be insecure about. Throat chakra, speaking your truth. But yeah, fluorite is great for focus, and also for me, the purple represents bringing that divine wisdom down to illuminate the third eye, the space between the eyes and the way we perceive things, and so that I can write and speak with wisdom. You have an idea about how I use it. And this came with fluorite in it. And it was just the chips. So you can make this yourself if you get all the roller balls, and you don't even need it with the chips, though it's kind of nice that the ball is of fluorite as well. You can get or make apothecary bottles full of chips. This one has sugilite in it, which is great for dreaming big and imagination. I'm a creative person, so I like to use it for crystal grids that have to do with creative projects. I actually keep this is tiny. This is let me see if I could focus it. Yes. Oh, for a second. Oh, there we go. It's a tiny little Herkimer diamond, which is basically a double terminated quartz crystal that you can find in Herkimer, New York. And it has a little baby crystal on it as well. This is one of the first crystals that I ever got. And I keep it on here to kind of charge it. Anyways, off to the side for now. So you can get those little crystal apothecary bottles, or you can get the crystal chips of your liking, and yeah, have a supply of them. Check out, again, Rochelle's video, because she shows her collection, and if you get really into this, I would recommend doing it that way. And that way you can infuse intention into every step of the process. Like I keep that little Herkimer on there, and yeah, you just keep it charged. I'm all over the place right now. So what I put in this, I have the oil. I put the oil in first. I put it to my desired scent liking. And then I put, okay, I just used what I had, and I didn't want to use coconut oil because you can smell it. Like with this, I can kind of smell the coconut oil in it with the lavender, which isn't my favorite thing. If it was just like a coconut oil scented one, I would like it, but I wanted it to be lavender scented. But with this, I used vitamin E oil, which I had for my face. I use it as a moisturizer sometimes, and also to help remove makeup on occasion. So I used my vitamin E oil, and I also used, what was it? Oh, okay, so I'm going to link this video below. Saturnarium. She has really awesome videos like about her magical process, and she really gets into the details about every step of the process. And speaking of having intention in every step, Saturnarium, she's your girl, because she includes like a wealth of information. So she did a video about moon water, and she also has one about sun water, which is really cool too. She uses moon water for charging, and she uses sun water for cleansing. And I use them slightly differently. I'm finding what's right for me. But so far, because like, I don't know, the sun feels like a charging thing for me. Like I get energized by it, which is why I think I associate it with like charging. But I'm also using the moon the way she does for charging. So I hope I'm like, do what works for you type of thing. I'm linking her video though, because it was a fascinating video. And I put a little bit of my moon water in this, which I'd never made before until I'd seen her video. And I don't know if you could see it. Like, a lot of the oil is floating to the top. So I shake it up, and now look, it looks like all mixed up. It gets kind of cloudy. And that's vitamin E oil, lavender essential oil, and a splash of moon water. I didn't want to put too much moon water because I didn't want to mess with the oil. I wouldn't recommend using vitamin E oil. I'd recommend using a different carrier oil because it's a little bit thick and you feel it. Like, oh, I made this with the intention of focus as well. But I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of thick. Yes. You need a carrier oil though, because you don't want to put just straight essential oil on your skin. So some recommendations is test the oil out on your skin, test the carrier oil out on your skin. I don't have specific numbers for how much to do. I just play things by ear. So find a resource that outlines that. And I'll try to link one below that has specifics on that. Or if you know, actually, oh my gosh, so many people actually know better than me about this stuff. So please comment below your recommendations. Yeah, I just do this kind of haphazardly. And also my recommendation is find crystals that are ethically sourced. That's another thing. I personally don't want any part of the magical practice to have harm involved, like harm to the planet, in that the people who are digging them up, I don't want them to be taken advantage of, or yeah, you can read up about it. I'm not an expert. I just know that I look for crystals that are either the sellers dug them up themselves. So for instance, I have a bottle of Oregon sunstone that is coming straight from the people who dug them up here or up north from where I am in Oregon. So a lot of times the people who are mining the crystals aren't the people who are selling it, but the people who are selling it can vouch that they are ethically sourced. They'll usually talk about it. They'll talk about where it's coming from. And yeah, read the vibe, you know, because you want those vibes to be a part of this. So I just wanted to hop on here real fast. I mentioned I had ordered some Oregon sunstone, and it came in the mail. Look how cute this is. And look, it has a little handwritten tag. I'll try to focus. Oregon sunstone. It's just so sweet. And they sent me some extra crystals. I love ordering from independent shops. This is not sponsored at all, but it's, who are they? Reality is built one dream at a time. I love that. It's by Vida, Mike and Sam Tomlinson. And so you can find them on Instagram, and there they are on Etsy, Vida Exports. And they gave me a little thank you note, and if you guys want to use this code also, go ahead. It's 10% off. Use the code thank you. Again, this isn't sponsored. I'm just like so touched. Look at how beautiful this is. I think they may have mined this. Yes, here it is on the back. So this is what I mean when you order from independent sellers. So it says Clear Quartz, Placer County, California. And they wrote some of the properties here. So it's like you know exactly where it's coming from. Oh, it's so beautiful. I'm going to use this in my crystal grids. And you know what else? Now these crystals are infused with all the gratitude that I'm feeling right now from receiving this sweet little bonus. So yeah, that's Vida crystals, and here's a little sample of a apothecary bottle you can get with crystal chips. All right. Okay, so the final step is charging the crystals. Everyone's going to do it in a way that aligns with their magical, mystical practice. I personally use crystal grids, and I have outlined in the Elementals ebook, which is free to download below, in the Connecting with Earth section. Let me find the page. Okay, look at this art. This is by Diletta De Santis, the artwork. It's from our forthcoming Tarot Animal Oracle. Oh, it's so gorgeous. This is the bison. And it talks about bison. But if you skip to Connecting with Earth on page 31, I outline the whole process of going through the crystal grid. And there's actually a printout as well of a Seed of Life crystal grid. So in this book, it talks about the intention of abundance, but you can use any intention. And part of creating your intention and choosing what each crystal represents is a part of the magic of the process as well, because it's just you're putting more intention into it. Meaning, it needs to be meaningful. Like, it's true that you can use certain crystals that you've heard what they mean and like what their magical properties are for, and I do take that into consideration, and then I also add a layer of what they mean to me. If you can read about it in detail in this if you're interested in that, but you can also just print out this page and use the Seed of Life crystal grid. It's page 32, but it's probably going to be, if you're printing out just from the PDF, it's going to be page 33 in the PDF. But it's page 32 because it also, there's the cover page that counts as a page but isn't numbered. Okay, so that's how I charge it. I put either this at the center of the crystal grid, or I'll put this whole thing at the center of the crystal grid. For the throat chakra specifically, I made a post about it on Instagram a long time ago. If I'll find it and I'll link that below, because I go into the details of it. And it's really powerful. Like, it works over time. And this central crystal, it has all the times I've used this truth bomb, it has all of that infused into it as well. So I can use the crystal later in my throat chakra workings. This calcite for speaking my truth with clarity. This rose quartz for speaking my truth with love. Because like, I feel like people don't receive the message you're trying to communicate if it's not loving. It's like they'll want to deflect it. And then with confidence, this is Amazonite. I love Amazonite. And I also have this kyanite. I want to get one more blade of kyanite, but I put it in the crystal grid like a bridge between the ethereal realm and this realm. I go into detail in the Instagram post, so you can read that if you're interested in it. But yeah, that's how I charge it. I don't know what else I could add to this, so let me know if you have any questions. Please also let me know if you know what the ingredients are that are more suitable for these types of things. Because I know a lot of my friends on here, you guys know a lot about crafting, so please do comment that below as well. And if you have videos about it, link it, because I'm interested in seeing more of your process. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and I think next I have some VRs to do, so I think next I'm going to do a video about um, past life recollection. So check that out next if it's up yet. I'll see you next time.